Going on, guys? Yeah, I just want to make kind of this video will be probably a bit more fun than educational, but I wanted to encourage you guys to get some puzzle battles in if you get a chance. Because during the games, I'm always encouraging you guys to take your time and try to find the best moves, of course, which I think is really important. And then I also think another element of chess that's really important is being able to solve the puzzles quickly and pick up the patterns. So I think puzzle battle is a good option to try to play fast and solve the puzzles as quickly as you can. And then your games, I want you guys spending a little bit more time trying to figure out what you want to do, of course, and then also what your opponent's threats are. So yeah, so we get the puzzle battles. It's gonna be this puzzle piece, and I wanted to point out to. Okay, hold on one second. That's weird. This should have. Okay, I think it should stay on top now. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to mention to Sam that see on my chess.com it doesn't say puzzles right next to the puzzle piece, and actually I think they updated the interface a bit on chess.com. The on my smartphone it doesn't look like this like individual puzzle piece. It's like four puzzle pieces combined. So yeah. So anyway, though, if anyone's looking for wants to know how to get to puzzle battle, just put your mouse over the puzzle icon and click puzzle battle. And then again, for people who didn't check out the last video, if you put the challenge, click the challenge button, you could type in like friends' usernames and challenge your friends. If you just want to do a random challenge, you just hit the 3-minute button and hit start. So yeah, so now I have a somewhat okay mouse here. So I want to see if I could do a bit better than I've been doing lately, to be honest. So here, yeah, here we have a checkmate in one. So here we have a national master from Brazil. One of the things I also like about chess.com is you get to learn about like a lot of cool flags because every player has a flag next to their name, which I think is pretty interesting here. So yeah, let's see if we can go a bit faster though. Okay, so here we have a fork. Yeah, and then just the point of this is to pick up the tactical ideas as quickly as you can. So yeah, here I'm a bit quicker. So here we have a checkmate over here. And then what's going on here? Here we have a checkmate. So yeah, the point of this is just to see how fast you can go. I think this is the best move, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, here we just win the rook. Yeah, and the thing is, like in a longer game, you'll have more time to think. But in this, you're trying to find the right answers as quickly as you can. So sometimes you have to just go on what's called your intuition, which is basically just trying to just kind of trusting the patterns you've seen before and using that to do the best you can. In a game, you will also use your intuition, but you're gonna have like a little bit more time to kind of double check your ideas. So yeah, here we pick up this guy, and then yeah, for a national master, this person is not that quick, to be honest. So here we're gonna take here and take here, and they also have one wrong, which is a big advantage. So if I take here, they're gonna take my queen, but I think I take the bishop, so this should be fine for me. They might play rook e8 at the end. Okay, so sometimes it's also not clear like when they'll go on to the next puzzle exactly. So I think here I can take, yeah, because there's no safe checks. So here I could take, and then I'm also the knight can come back, and that's a good tactic to know. Here I'm looking for any pins. So here I have a pin here. So let's see what else we could do. So if we take the rook, that would be pretty bad. So I think we want to go queen to e6 here, and yeah, so that's just gonna yeah. So like I said, it's really unclear like when it's gonna go on to the next puzzle. Like I think that one could have ended quite a few moves ago. So here they're trying to get a checkmate here, so we're forced to go here. So obviously don't want to take because then we'll get mated, so we have to find some kind of check. So I think we have queen takes e5 there. So here we could take and we can win the bishop, which looks simple enough. So yeah, so far everything is going good. Here we have the open file, and now I could now I could take here and win the queen. So what's going on here? Here we have this piece there. D4 looks kind of interesting. G4 looks interesting. Yeah, this one I'm not too sure about. It feels like d4 is not the right move. Okay, it is. So here I win the knight. Yeah, that one seemed a bit strange. And this is the tactic I was showing Nathan in one of his games. Is when they play this g3 move, you have that. I know it's kind of quick, but you kind of have that idea of playing the queen check. So here we could take, and then we're gonna win the rook on f1. Here we could take here, and then we could we have this cool move here, and then we pick up the queen. So yeah, this one's going pretty good. I feel like if I get around 30, I'm generally pretty happy with what's going on. So here I can play bishop e3. I think king to h1 is better. So now we can just trade and take the bishop. So yeah, this was a pretty good showing. I think the fact that there was a little bit of pressure on me to do well on the video helped. So yeah, I think for a national master though, this person wasn't that quick. But yeah, for me, 30 is a pretty good showing. I feel like if I get to 30, I'm pretty happy with my score usually. So yeah, let's see who else we get in this next competition. And yeah, the last one I didn't get any wrong either, which the purpose is to try to go as fast as you can. So sometimes if there's a puzzle you don't know, it's actually better to just get it wrong and move on to the next puzzle rather than spending a lot of time. But yeah, this set of 30 puzzles I seem to have a fairly good grasp on, so it wasn't too difficult. Um, yeah, and here we have a little bit of a wait for the next opponent. Typically, it doesn't take that long to get a new opponent, but this one is taking a bit. So let's see who we get paired with. So I think we have a person from France now. Okay, so here we have a free queen. What's going on here? Here we have back rank checkmate. Here we have a mate on f7. Here we have back rank checkmate. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to know what side you're moving from. That is kind of the tricky part. So here we want to take here. Okay, that one was a bit strange. I think my opponent missed that one. So here we could take, and then we could play knight to... Oh, I thought we had... Okay, what's going on here? Okay, here we just take the pawn. I'm sorry. I thought we had knight f4 for some reason, which we obviously don't have that move. So here we just win the rook, I believe, on h8. And yeah, it's a pretty big advantage when your opponent has missed one already. So I feel like I could be slightly more aggressive. So here we have this check, picking up the queen. And here we could do what? Yeah, this one, okay, I guess we want to play bishop d3, attacking the rook, and then also hitting the h7 square. So here we could just take and then take the knight. So what's going on? This puzzle we have, this one looks a bit tricky. Oh, here we just come here and pick up the rook. Okay, that's simple and good. So here we have a check from the white side, and which way? The black pawn is, so what the heck is going on here? So the black pawn is going down the board. So now we're threatening here, I guess, just with the draw, so not a winning advantage there. And that's one of the things that's difficult, is sometimes it's a winning advantage, sometimes, okay, so here we take advantage of the open G file. Yeah, sometimes it's going to be like a checkmate, other times it's going to be a little bit different. So here we have bishop f4, and now we could play knight to c7 check, which we want to do. So it's black to move here. So now we could play, I think we have rook takes h3 here, and then queen to g1 mate. Okay, so now we have, here we just go here, that's checkmate. Now we can take, and then we can pin the knight. So here we have the open file. Remember, you want your rooks on open files. And yeah, here my opponent, once my opponent misses 3 puzzles, they're out. So that's a part of the strategy. You're only allowed 3 misses, so you can't just miss as much as you want. So I could keep doing the puzzles, or I could also just hit the claim win button. So let's just hit the claim win button and see if we could see if he wants to rematch, or if we could try to find another opponent. And yeah, so if you're wondering where the flags are, they have the flags right here. And if you just put your mouse over the flag, the country name comes up. And yeah, I've always been interested in different countries' flags and stuff like that. So I think it's like a lot of fun to just know where your opponents are coming from. And it's kind of cool that you could play people from all over the world in a split second. It's probably not that fascinating to you guys because you grew up with this, where you could just play anyone. But my generation, your parents' generations, like we couldn't just play chess against someone like anywhere in the world in a few seconds. So I still try to not take that for granted. So yeah, it looks like they don't want a rematch. So let's see if we can find another opponent, and then I'll just do a last one here. I didn't want the video to be too long. I just wanted to kind of get you guys a little hyped on the puzzle back. So I think it's a good way to improve your tactics. So here we have a free piece. So here we have a guy from the U.S., another free piece. And this guy seems like he's off to a slow start, but I feel like he'll pick it up. Sometimes they kind of sandbag you a little bit. They go slow at first, and then they start going pretty quickly. Okay, yeah. Because I've been doing this from my phone a lot lately, and I feel like I'm not nearly as fast as I am from the computer. So yeah, here we're just going to open up the H file. And hopefully these patterns are starting to feel a little bit thematic to you guys. So it's a lot of stuff that we looked at during class. So here we have the check, and then we pick up the queen. What's going on here? Here we're going to open the H file again, and we have queen to g1 mate. So this was kind of the same as one of the last puzzles we did. So I don't know why we just can't take the bishop here. Okay, that one was... sometimes they're so simple, you get like a little confused why they're so simple. And then there's a double attack with the queen. Here we have the open H file again, which feels... I can't... Like I said, we're going a lot by intuition because we don't have much time. So I'm not able to calculate everything, but I just kind of get a feel for the position. So here we want to play bishop to b5, but what's wrong? Why can't... Oh, bishop b5, if the queen takes, we have queen takes c8, and now we just pick up the rook. Okay, so that one was kind of cool. This one we're just going to take here, and then we're going to win the bishop, and then, okay, here we just capture again. What's going on here? Here we have f4, and the bishop is trapped. Yeah, the bishop is still trapped, even if we take... Huh. Okay, that was a bit frustrating. That one feels like it should work. So here we're going to give a check, and then we're going to go to the H file. And our king is actually quite safe here. So yeah, we just take here, and we're winning. So yeah, that last one was pretty frustrating. It's always frustrating when you get the first move right and then the rest of it doesn't work out. So geez, what's going on here? Okay, here we have this move, and now we have here. Okay, that one was also quite difficult. So yeah, I feel like I'm going a bit slower than I want to. So here we play rook here check, and then we pick up the queen. Yeah, the other guy's catching up, so I'm not happy with my speed here. I think the queen is trapped. Yeah, so we got a trapped queen. And I feel like my opponent is going to start playing pretty quickly here. So do I want to play rook takes again, or do I just take the knight immediately? Yeah, these are the hard decisions because it feels like both moves win, but I don't know. I don't know which one the puzzle's going to want me to find. Which so here we have a pin. So now the pawn was pinned there, and here we have here I could take here, and then I take the queen, and then I take the rook. Okay, so yeah, he missed. Okay, so now I feel pretty confident. My opponent is starting to slow down a bit here. That's kind of another thing that I'm trying to avoid. I have a tendency to, when my opponent starts doing worse, I start to like ease up a bit, and that is something you definitely don't want to do. So like this one, I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, this one I have no clue what the. So I guess we take advantage of the pin. Okay, this one wasn't as difficult as I thought. And here we go. Is this the right move? Okay, that one I was a bit unsure of also. So we have queen here. Take. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. Oh yeah, so this one it looks like I'm gonna win again. So yeah, so I might as well. I should probably quit while I'm ahead here. I had he wants a rematch. I'm tempted, but no, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead here. So I just wanted I didn't want the video to be too long. I just want to give you guys a little sample of the puzzle battle, and I think the more puzzles you guys do, the better your pattern recognition gets. The better the better chess players you'll be. The faster you'll improve. That's what the top chess players have that most people in the world don't have is just a very good understanding of the patterns on the chessboard and how their pieces should coordinate. So the more puzzles you guys can do, and this is supposed to be fun. So that's another thing that's good about it. It's fun and it's educational. So the more puzzles you guys can do, the quicker your pattern recognition will improve, and I think the better chess players you guys will be. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. It went about as well as I could hope. I didn't want to lose like 3 times, and you guys were like, "Man, our teacher's no good." So I promise this was my only time doing this video. I had one take, and it did go fairly well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are playing some puzzle battle and also getting some games in. I know a lot of you guys are, so if you have time to do a little bit more, that's always good. Anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll be making some more videos soon, probably over some games and stuff. But I wanted to make a fun puzzle battle video. All right, later, guys.